What's good, everybody? What's poppin', fam? Oh,
Why can't I hear my mic?
is it plugged in?
It's plugged in. Oh, I hear it now. Wait.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Can you hear me?
Not through my headphones.
Can you hear me on your
Oh.
phone or?
Keep talking.
Okay, I keep talking.
Keep talking.
No, I can hear it.
Oh no.
Technical difficulties. I'm gonna unplug it.
Okay. Sorry, some technical difficulty here, folks.
Hello. This is so weird. I can hear it in my headphones. But not on here. It was just working.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Did you do anything different?
No, I think it's up now. Can you guys hear me now?
I can't hear you in my headphones.
You're not going to be able to hear me on your headphones. Can you hear me on the phone? Can you guys hear me now? It says that it's working.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Maybe a bit too much. Let me turn this down. Sorry, guys.
Sorry about that, folks. Is War Games, got a comment here in TikTok. Is War Games live right now? No. War Games doesn't start for another few hours. I think it starts at 6 Eastern time.
Yeah, 6 p.m. Eastern, which is a special start time.
Yeah.
So.
And their coverage starts at like 4, I think.
Yeah, because they do the pre-show super early.
But yeah, nope, you're good. You're right where you need to be.
Which is here.
Which is right
Listening
here.
to us.
Right now.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of
Pre-preview.
We talk about, WWE premium live events is what they're called now. Changed that right after we settled on a name. And we give our predictions and run through the card and just talk about, what to expect tonight with you guys and see where you guys are at.
Absolutely.
I think we're in for a very good night. We have 5 matches, but they're all pretty stacked.
They're pretty banger matches.
And recently we have had no reason to be upset at the quality of the PLEs we've been given recently. They've all been pretty good.
I feel like we haven't done one of these in a while. What's the last one we did?
We were out of town for the last one, for the last PLE.
Was that Crown Jewel?
Yes.
I think that was Crown Jewel.
Yeah.
God, that feels like a lifetime ago.
So whatever the fuck was before Crown Jewel, that's the last one we did. Yes, we were out of town because my sister got married.
Wasn't that Bad Blood? Did we do one for Bad Blood?
We did do one for Bad Blood.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the last one.
Yeah. Damn.
And this is the last one of the year, right?
Yes, because the next one we have Saturday Night Main Event, but that's not PLE.
Yeah.
It's just like a special event.
Yeah.
Because it's on TV. It's only not a PLE because it's on TV. It's not
Yeah. I know what you mean.
streaming. Yeah.
So, yeah, it's the most wonderful time of the year.
But yeah, so if y'all are here, welcome. If this is your first time here, welcome. And if you have any predictions of your own, any comments of your own that you want to throw in, we are reading the chat as we go. So feel free to chime in whenever you feel. Let's go ahead and get started.
Okay. Also, we're streaming on TikTok and Twitch. So if you're on one platform, but you prefer the other, we're still there. We're still there.
And we're going to be hanging out for quite a little bit. So
yeah. All right. Let's jump right in.
Let's do it. Let's do it now.
That was scary. The first match we're going to talk about is the Intercontinental Championship match.
Intercontinental Championship.
And through all his wisdom and his vast power, what's that guy's name?
The Macho Man?
No. Adam Pierce.
Oh my God.
I forgot. Sorry, Adam Pierce. You're so good at your job. Adam Pierce decided, you know what? Let's raise the stakes. This is going to be a triple threat match. A triple threat match. We have Braun Breaker, the current champion, versus Sheamus, versus Ludwig Kaiser, who we love personally.
Listen, hang on. Okay. I have to go on this tangent.
Oh, so early into the stream for a tangent.
I know. We're breaking records here. Listen, we love Imperium. We love Ludwig Kaiser. What?
Do we love Imperium or do we love
Yes.
Ludwig and Gunt?
They are
Imperium.
And
Giovanni, I'm so sorry.
That guy hit the bricks long ago. He's in
hit the
his
bricks.
Ferrari and his fucking tracksuit
Remember when he tried to come back and he got like
and lost
squashed
in 20
twice?
seconds?
Damn. Anyway.
That guy hit the bricks.
Yeah, sorry.
His bald head.
Well,
Him and Pierce. And Triple H for that matter.
we cannot list the bald men on in the WWE. We'll be here for hours.
Almost Braun Breaker.
Okay. We can't list almost bald people.
He's
Because
gonna
you're going to get your
fucking come
ass
and-
kicked
Spear me in half.
through the second story window.
He'll just jump.
He could.
Yeah.
He's crazy. He's frightening. He's too fast.
But yeah, we have a
big,
triple
too
we have a triple threat match here, or as Becky Lynch would say, a triple threat match. Very, very excited. I hope this starts the night. I hope this is in order.
Oh, yeah, by the way, these typically aren't in order. The WWE lists them on their website. Just willy-nilly. They're categorizing it by fun, I guess. But
And I do see we have some predictions here in the chat and on TikTok. We'll get to those in just a moment.
okay. But yeah, general overview of my emotions for this match. I'm really excited for it. I think it's going to be brutal.
A banger.
We saw Monday Braun Breaker spear the edge of the announce table.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Why did he do that?
I don't
It's almost
know.
like, why did he even do that? Because
Like,
he was the one that was running.
He can control his
He
speed.
can control it. I think he wanted to go right into the corner.
He probably was trying to break it.
And he broke a rib instead.
Braun break it.
If his ribs weren't titanium, he would have broken a rib for sure. But I'm pretty sure he's adamantium. Is that
Yep.
what's inside there?
Yep.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Is that what's inside there?
He's crazy. And I feel like he's just so fast paced. It's gonna be, I think, a really, really fun match to watch. And again, I can't understate or overstate how much I appreciate Ludwig Kaiser. I feel like he kind of flies under the radar a lot of the time, but every time he's on screen, he's like so captivating to watch.
Yeah.
He's truly like a performer.
Yeah.
So I think these three together is a really good combination.
Yeah. I completely agree. And I think the last 2 weeks, Braun has had really great matches with them individually.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the intertwining of these two, really these three rivalries, because you've had Sheamus and Ludwig going at it for months.
Mm-hmm.
You've had Sheamus and Braun going at it for like the last month. You've had Ludwig and Braun going at it for a minute now too. So just finally intertwining all of them into this just one brutal match.
Mm-hmm.
It was very cleverly done, I must say. I got to give credit where credit's due.
To Adam Pearce.
Yeah, it's Adam Pearce
Listen,
and the
it's
fucking
not that-
the pony show he's running over there.
it's not that we don't love Adam Pearce. I think Adam Pearce is great. He seems like a great guy. It's just that he does not have the control over his employees that Nick Aldis has. Nick Aldis is running an incredibly tight ship.
He's letting the patients run Arkham over there.
Adam Pearce.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he just he shows up too late to stuff. I feel like Nick Aldis stands like right behind where they come out. He's just always there because he's like, something's going to happen. They're going to need me, Nick Aldis. And I'm really looking forward to eventually, inevitably, getting a Nick Aldis versus
You know what the difference
Adam
is?
Pearce fight.
We have Headmaster Nick Aldis running tight ship, and then you've got fucking Principal Pierce doesn't know what the fuck's going on at any given time in his school.
Principal of like an underfunded school.
Yeah, poor guy.
And he's just like, listen, I'm doing the best that I can.
I don't want to be F5'd again. I don't want to be speared again.
I would love to see Adam Pearce get speared by Braun Breaker.
He got RKO'd a few weeks ago, right? Was that him or wasn't that
I
him?
think you're right. I think he did. Maybe that was just in our dreams. Anyway.
It wasn't Nick Aldis, was it? Nick Aldis might have been one.
No.
One of them got RKO'd.
I
If
don't
y'all
think
remember which one of them got RKO'd, please drop in the chat because I can't remember. Anyway, let's go to predictions. Who do you think?
Oh, Tribal Chief Lover says this has to be the most predictable Survivor Series.
But
Let's hear your predictions for this match then.
does that mean? But I got a question for y'all, chat. Just because it's predictable, does it mean that it won't be good or that it won't be fun?
Not necessarily. And I also feel like predictability. It was Adam Pearce who got hit with the RKO from Randy.
And as he should have. As he should have.
As he should have. Knock some sense into
He
it.
hasn't learned a fucking thing from it, but you know what?
I also think with the predictability, And I mean, I could be completely wrong, you know, but the idea that something's so predictable that it has you second guessing, like, no, surely they're not going to do that. It's so obvious. It still kind of works for me. Maybe I'm just gullible. I don't know. But I'm interested to hear who the chat is saying will win this match.
A over on TikTok says it's gonna be Braun keeping the title.
I think you're probably right.
Yeah,
I think I have to agree with you.
They're very headstrong on Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I don't think. Yes, I think on paper it looks okay. Well, it's pretty predictable, though. I do think recently, ever since WrestleMania 40, I do think we've seen more frequent title changes than we have in the past, because, you know, we had these like historic runs, right?
Yeah.
So now, like, you know, since WrestleMania, we've had technically 4 world heavyweight champions. We started with Seth, then we had Drew McIntyre for 5 minutes.
Yeah, I guess it's true.
Then we had Damian Priest, and now Gunther. Whereas last year it was just Seth Rollins the entire time. Mm-hmm. For Intercontinental, we had Gunther, we had Sami Zayn, Braun Breaker, Jey Uso, and then and then Braun Breaker again.
Did you research this?
No.
You just know these off the top of your head?
Off the fucking dome.
This is crazy. I have a horrible memory. I could never do this.
So I will say, like, even though we've had some like titles going back and forth, I do think we've seen more frequent title changes.
Yeah.
With the exception of the women. The women are holding it down.
They have less titles to change.
Right. Well,
not anymore.
They did. So I don't think I think there's a little more of a chance that we might see some title changes than we think. Mm-hmm. So, anyway, so I hear, Tribal Chief Lover put all their predictions in.
Just going through them. I figured we'll hit the other ones that you mentioned as we get to those matches.
Yeah.
The triple threat should be good, but it doesn't make sense for Braun to lose, so he'll retain. That's Tribal Chief Lover's opinion.
Fair enough.
My opinion as well. What's your opinion?
I think Braun will retain.
Yeah.
But man, would I love for Ludwig to freaking win. Let's especially if things don't go Gunther's way tonight, to flip the script and have another member of Imperium hold some gold and the other doesn't.
Yeah. Can you imagine the inferiority complex that Gunt will have?
He's already going through it.
He's already going through it. But if his mentee got gold before or while he doesn't, I fear he'd fly off the handle. That is.
Maybe. But I do agree. I think Braun will probably retain. Yeah. But I think it's going to be a banger of a match.
A brutal match. Probably a brutal match. Between Sheamus slapping people's titties and Braun Breaker spearing people in half.
Sheamus spitting all over the place.
He is very spitty.
One time we went to a SmackDown, and during Sheamus's match, this is the only match Kendra had to get up and walk out for a few minutes.
I'm already a very anxious person, and I don't like bodily fluids.
She can't go to a basketball game.
It wasn't even that. No, I went to a basketball game once. Never again. That was a horrific experience because they sweat so much, and someone's got to mop up the sweat. Oh, anyway, but it was like he hadn't even come out. I was in my head the whole night thinking about how it was going to be when he came out, that before his match even started, I was like, I got to go actually. And that's OCD. And that's OCD, folks. Welcome. Isn't it so much fun? It's so quirky. Anyway, I ended up being fine. I came back, I think, after his match. And
I think you might have been there for the tail end of his match. But yeah. It might have been after, actually. Yeah, no, I think you're right. I don't remember. It was a while ago.
It was a while ago. Anyway.
John Cena was there. That was cool.
John Cena was there, and that made up for it.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get to these later. Okay, so let's talk about the next match.
Wait, did you say your prediction?
I did multiple times. Braun Breaker.
I
believe Braun Breaker will retain.
All right, let's move it.
Let's move it on. Next, we have the United States champion LA Knight versus Shinsuke Nakamura, a returning, more evil Shinsuke Nakamura. We saw yesterday on SmackDown that Shinsuke misted LA Knight right in the face with black mist. Tar, I believe it was. Tar. Anyway, so LA Knight has that going into today. Maybe there's still some residual gunk in his eyes.
I don't like that you said
Philomena
that.
Gunk.
Tony Gunk.
Tony Gunk.
If you know, you know.
Let's see what Tribal Chief Lover mentioned about this one. My hot take has to be Shinsuke winning LA Knight. Realistically, LA Knight wins, but I think just maybe we have a new U.S. champion.
You know what, Tribal Chief Lover 69? I agree. I think I'm right there with you.
Interesting.
I think, and I don't think it necessarily needs to be a long reign for Shinsuke. I think maybe at Saturday Night Main Event, if this goes the way I think it's going to go, I think maybe LA Knight wins it back there.
Oh.
But I think maybe Shinsuke is coming out of this one on top.
That would be really, really impactful for him to come back from a return after a long time and immediately pick up a win like that. That'd be really big.
I think that's how if you want to set it, because it seems like this is we've seen heel Shinsuke before.
Yeah,
we saw it's like he's shed his skin and is now like an even
mega
bigger
heel.
Right. But even then, it was always Santi Zap did a video on this actually, where it's like they've brought back Shinsuke a couple times, essentially to just continue putting people over, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No,
you know, I don't like people. Shinsuke has had a legendary career, so like just in and out of WWE. So I don't think it's a bad thing, but if you want to set him up to be like this force, especially for the mid card, why not have him win?
And it breaks that predictability thing. If him coming back and putting people over has become predictable, well, this is a way for you to change that narrative.
I got a couple questions here.
Okay.
So, sorry, let me... Aman asks, when does Survivor Series start in the UK? I do not know.
Great question. It's 6 p.m. Eastern. I think you guys are like 5 hours ahead. So whatever that math is. I'm so sorry. I'm so bad at time zones. I'm just starting to really nail down the U.S. time zones, and I live here, so. 11 p.m. UK time. I'm in the UK also. Thank you, Tribal Chief Lover.
Hey, thank you.
Acknowledge and your Tribal Chief.
Wolf DX Quebec.
Oh.
Quebec? Has Nakamura ever won the U.S. championship?
Wow. Where's Taekwon when you need him? I know. He's our resident library of information. John's going to do a quick Google for you.
Yep, doing a quick search.
Because I don't know off the top of my head.
Yes, he has. Back in 2019.
Okay.
But I feel like now, especially, those mid-card titles hold a new like weight to them.
Definitely.
So I feel like his run, if he wins, if and when he wins, I feel like it'll be on a newer level.
Yeah.
Even if it is a shorter run, I still think another championship run for him would be good and kind of cement him. I like him paired with LA Knight. They're two very, very different
vibes.
Yeah. So
especially this Shinsuke. Tribal Chief Lover also mentioned that the women's War Games match is actually going to be kicking off the show, which kind of makes sense. As I was writing the list, I was like, that makes sense. They're trying to start with a bang and end with a bang recently. So
listen, I know my girl, Miss War Games herself, Io Sky, is going to do some crazy shit tonight. She has to be doing
some crazy shit.
She's been in every women's War Games match since they've started doing them at WWE.
Wow.
Isn't that cool?
Good for her.
Yeah.
I love Io Sky. We'll talk about her actually next.
But so who do you have for the U.S. Championship?
I don't know. I was going into it thinking LA Knight, but you guys are all convincing me. Maybe it will be Shinsuke Nakamura. Either way, I will be happy because I love both of them.
Right. Love LA Knight. That's not the issue. I just think it could be fun to shake things up a little bit.
Yeah.
And this is one of those perfect examples of, like, on paper, if this match were happening at back in January, you'd be like, oh, well, LA Knight for sure. Right. He's on top of the fucking world. Right?
Yeah.
Not that he's not now. Obviously, he's still very, very popular.
Yeah.
We love LA Knight here. But I think just now's a good time to, like, shake it up a little bit.
Yeah. I agree.
Again, and I think LA Knight will win it back fairly quickly unless they put him into the world title picture. But the world title picture is kind of stacked right now. So I think mid-card titles are the place to be right now.
Okay.
Anyway, that's just me.
Fair enough. I mean, I'm not going to argue. Let's talk about the women's war game match now, which from all accounts via our correspondent Tribal Chief Lover will be opening the night, which makes sense to me. So very recently we had these teams set as they are now. We have Rhea Ripley. Yeah, it sounded weird when it came out of my mouth. Rhea Whipwee. Damn. Bianca Belair, Bayley, Naomi, and Io Sky versus Liv Morgan, Nia Jax, Raquel Rodriguez, Tiffany Stratton, and Candice LeRae. And it's hard because it's like, I guess Rhea Ripley's team is good and Liv Morgan's team is evil. But like, these lines are getting blurred.
True, and I that's what I love. Now, on paper, this match seems very unfair. This match seems incredibly unfair.
Rhea Ripley's team does seem a bit stacked.
They're very OP, which is why I think the infighting right now makes a cool little dynamic. I see Wolf asked, do you feel Naomi's glow will get darker during the War Games match? I think, are you hinting at a Naomi heel turn?
We've got a lot of potential heel turns.
Someone pushed Jade into a moving car, off of the ledge into a moving car.
The car was parked.
That we saw.
Where would it have been moving to, John?
To drop someone off at that big door, obviously meant for a fucking truck, a semi.
Had nowhere to go. But I need to know who had her laid out like a Family Guy character. That was like the fact that we still don't understand this mystery. Some people are saying that it was Nia Jax. That is the very obvious answer, right? That's exactly who someone would frame for this. Let's call it what it is, attempted murder. Other people yesterday on SmackDown.
We're talking about wrestling, fictional wrestling. Before let's have the censors.
Let me not say that again. Yesterday, other members of, I think it was Nia Jax, said that it's really convenient that Jade had to be removed from the list of players and Bayley was put into her stead. Perhaps Bayley had ulterior motives and knew, but also like, did Bayley know that she would be the one to be put in? That's kind of a risky move to make.
But Naomi was but to your point, Wolf, Naomi was really adamant
about Bayley. Really
getting Bayley in there.
And then we have probably the most crazy theory that
Austin Theory?
No. Bianca Belair pushed her own teammate, her own tag team partner, off of that 2-foot-high ledge, which cracked that windshield. Now, that's very interesting. A lot of people, for a very long time, have been waiting for Bianca and Jade to turn on each other and for one of them to become heel. This would be a really good opportunity to do that.
Now, Bianca going heel is a very rare thing. I think that was a thing in NXT, but I don't think, at least since we've been watching.
It's hard because she's
so loved.
So beloved and so sweet.
So, Bianca, the new leader of the Judgment Day. Here's the thing. I'm not as big on Bianca going heel as everyone else is. If she does, I'm sure she'll do an amazing job with it. Don't get me wrong. That's not my first pick. But I do think if that could be a good way to get the titles off of them without them losing again.
Yeah.
Because every time they've lost the titles, or when they last lost the titles, it wasn't them losing. It was someone else in a triple threat match getting pinned, right?
Oh, I see.
So it could be a fun way to get the titles off of them.
Yeah.
With both of them still looking
powerful.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, it's truly, we need Benoit Blanc to come in here.
Now, the position of a body which she was pushed onto the car would indicate that was the best.
She has been forcibly removed from the War Games match.
That was the best Benoit Blanc I've ever done. I'm so glad you guys got to witness
Now,
that.
Pamela, otherwise known as Bailey, has the most motive to push her. Sorry, guys.
The funny thing about Benoit Blanc is that he will use the most extravagant vocabulary to like say the most nothing things. Like just say she was pushed. She was forcibly manhandled off the top of.
Kendra, stop saying we're talking about wrestling. We're talking about wrestling.
We're talking about wrestling. Anyway, Tribal Chief Lover 69, and I will include the 69 every time I say your name, says it had to have been Bianca because the person who betrays is always super close to the person who is betrayed. The person doing the betraying is very close. I
have one from Wolf here as well. A theory on Bianca actually doing it because she's tired of being a mid-card talent.
I mean, I can, there are a lot of ways to spin that story in a way that makes sense, right? There could be jealousy that Jade is like this huge, big, impressive force. And Bianca could say, I've been doing what you've been doing for years and years and years successfully,
right,
by the way. And then you come in and you're like,
damn.
Damn. Oh. And then you come in and you're this shiny new toy that everyone's so obsessed with. But like, really, I'm you, but better.
Right.
Or it could be what they're saying, like Bianca feels maybe Jade is dragging her down. Or she just fucking hates her for no reason. I don't know. Right. But there's a lot of interesting ways to spin that. So yeah, I don't know. And I don't know. It'll probably be revealed tonight, right? Like what actually happened. I feel like that would be a big, what if Jade comes back?
She fucking might.
And she was like, you did this to me. And points at whoever interferes with the match.
It's like that one SmackDown versus Raw game where like the storyline starts with someone hitting Teddy Long with their car in a video game, and then later on in the storyline, Teddy comes out and he's like, "The person who hit me with the car player was you," and it's your character, and they're all like, "Oh, what?
That's so good."
Taekwon,
welcome back.
Welcome to the party.
We're halfway through, so you are quite late. That's okay.
So far, we've talked about Taekwon. If you want to add in your predictions, we've talked about the Intercontinental Triple Threat. We've talked about the United States Championship, and we just talked. Well, I guess we haven't made our official predictions. We're still talking about those. We're just spitballing theories. Jesus, we're just spitballing theories for the women's War Game match. Who turned on Jade?
Yes. Yes. Who turned on Jade, Taekwon? Who do you think?
So who do you think's going to win? Which team do you think is taking the War Games match?
I feel like although Rhea Ripley's team is so stacked, they're not cohesive. I do think because what the fuck? Liv Morgan yesterday was like, say what you want about us, we're a united front. And I do think that Liv Morgan's team is more united. I mean, there's that weird Tiffany Stratton, Nia Jax thing that's going on.
She's got two champions.
And Candice LeRae's just kind of like there. But I feel like there's so much more bad blood history between the women on Rhea Ripley's team.
Right.
That I don't foresee that being like helpful.
Like how many people did really the judgment? Well, see, the Judgment Day, as far as the women go, like Rhea Ripley was probably terrorizing more of the men than she was the women.
Yeah, it's true.
But Damage Control was making everyone's lives fucking miserable for a long time.
Was fucking the women up so bad, and then now like they don't even get along. So it's not even just like Damage Control versus the world, it's Damage Control versus the world and versus each other. It's just such a mess, which is great. I think that this mishmash team is so much fun because of all of that history. Like we didn't all forget that you guys all at one point hated each other, except for Bianca and Naomi.
You know what I just thought? On Monday and Friday, like there. Well, I guess really more Monday because that's when Bianca had her match, right?
Yeah.
she really was kind of like sort of trying to call the shots there. And then when Rhea Ripley stepped in, she was like kind of giving her like shit about it. I don't know. Maybe it was her. Maybe I could see her being quote unquote the reason they lose. And then I don't know. That'd be interesting.
There's so much potential for shit from this half specifically. Taekwon says that Team Rhea will win. I believe that's what you're saying, Taekwon.
Wolf says, I feel Liv's team needs to win in terms of heel turns coming to light. So to
that
serve,
makes sense.
Yeah. And listen, Liv's team, Nia's team, however you want to refer to it as, nothing to sneeze at. I mean, you've got Nia Jax, you've got Tiffy Stratton, you've got who am I? Don't tell me. The picture's there.
The pictures. Read the pictures.
Read the picture.
Read them.
Raquel Rodriguez.
Yes.
Very
powerful.
Nothing. And then you got Liv Morgan in there. And then for Gretchen Wieners, bye.
Sorry.
So nothing to sneeze at there.
Yeah.
And I will say, I don't know if you remember, there was like this weird moment in time where they were trying to give Liv Morgan this like hardcore extreme edge. So she was like, she was feuding with Sonya Deville, and she was like going through, like jumping off like whatever and going through tables and shit.
Yeah, vaguely remember that.
And prior to her Judgment Day run, I think was another sort of interesting angle they took with her. Not my favorite, but I could see maybe if they put the two together, maybe she'll do some cool, crazy shit in this match.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think listen.
We're not the ones making Liv a thing.
Listen.
I will say again,
I wouldn't call myself a Liv Morgan fan. Yeah. I mean, she in terms of wrestling, like, yeah. I wouldn't say fine. I'm a
you
fan,
do hate
but
her laugh. You hate her laugh.
Oh
Have you guys?
Hey, Rhea.
Have you guys noticed that she laughs like that? I don't think that's her real, genuine laugh, so that's why I'm okay making fun of it, because that can't be real, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Taekwon went back and he gave his predictions. He says that Braun Breaker will win. We agree. He said LA Knight will win. We're not so sure. But either way. And I don't know if we mentioned it, but Tribal Chief Lover did say that the heel team will win for sure. Hold on. Tribal Chief Lover 69.
Oh, sorry. Yes, of course. Yes, of course. Lugubrious. Yeah, I'm gonna. My heart says Team Rhea, but my mind right now, at this moment, I'm going Team Liv and Nia.
Yeah.
I'm going Team Liv and Nia. I think you've got two world champions on that team. Like, we can't discount that,
That's
right?
True.
I don't know. I'm gonna go against the grain, and I'm gonna say that heel team's gonna win.
I also think that the heel team will win. Maybe. I think it's gonna be a really fun match. I'm excited that it's the first thing that we're gonna see. We'll be at full energy, high energy for that one.
And as usual, the women are going to kill it. They're going to do amazing.
Io Sky's gonna do some crazy shit. Tiffany Stratton's gonna do some crazy shit.
She's gonna do the fucking prettiest moonsault off the top of the cage.
Yeah. Onto the announce table or some shit.
Fucking Io Sky's gonna find a wine barrel somewhere and roll off of it from the top of the cage. I don't know. She put that trash can she did last year.
She's going from the top of the stadium, actually, like Lady Gaga when she did that big jump.
Oh no, we still haven't seen her since then.
I've never seen her since. Anyway,
it's been her doppelganger
this whole time. Oh yeah, it's like one of those like
Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney died.
Mark Hamill.
And then Mark Hamill. Oh, because he got into that accident.
Yeah, and they're like, that's not the same Luke Skywalker, even though it clearly was.
I've never even heard of that one, but all those are very stupid.
Anyway, let's move on.
Next, we have World Heavyweight Champion Gunther versus Damian Priest. Who's that? Damien. Guys, it's still kind of early for us over here. Oh.
Wait,
sorry, Taekwon
do we want to make space for the lyrics of Defying Gravity? No,
I don't. No, let's not make space for that theory, but it's very interesting if you guys are on Twitch. What the fuck Taekwon just said. Which is a theory, apparently, that...
Yeah. We all should be holding space for the lyrics of Defying Gravity, though. We should.
I've heard people are doing it. Oh. Sorry, that's so stupid.
That's beautiful.
I haven't heard that. That's beautiful. Shut up.
Tear.
Tear.
Hold
Finger
hands.
squeeze. Yeah. Listen. I really, truly hope that they were just... That was a joke. An inside joke to them.
I saw, sorry, 30 seconds. I saw this guy on TikTok. I don't know how real this was or how truthful he was being, but he was saying that he posted some post that went viral. That was the lyrics of Defying Gravity after the election. And was talking about like all these like deep reasons why he did it, and it went viral, blah, 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 right? Whatever. And if that's true, cool. Good for you. But as I went to do, I looked in the comment sections, and there were so many people that were like, the fact that a lot of people don't understand what they mean when they say they're holding space for the lyrics to Defying Gravity is actually very scary, because blah, 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 blah. Like,
guys,
here's the thing.
Get over it.
Morally, I'm probably aligning more with y'all than you think. That means nothing.
It means nothing.
Means
that's the joke.
Nothing.
Is that it? And especially in the context of her saying, like the interviewer saying it, it meant nothing, because she had like, she was just like, yeah, I've heard that people are holding space. What are your examples? Yeah, I've seen it. Okay, cool. Anyway, great app. Yes, Taekwon, we agree. We saw Wicked as well, and it was fantastic. If any of you haven't seen Wicked, quick sidebar, Wicked was great.
I would venture to say it was more than great. I thought it was amazing, and I'm not even a Wicked guy like that. So
we're not even Wicked stans, and we loved Wicked.
Yeah,
I
that
have
movie
been
was amazing.
Thinking about Wicked since I saw it. I want to see it again. I just don't want to pay $30 to do it.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Let's go ahead. So Wolf had a couple things they did say before we get into this match with Gunt and Damian.
Okay.
I might be reaching on this, but you see that Nia Jax in the pick for the women's match doesn't have her title on her.
I noticed that.
I think maybe it's that's a good observation. I hadn't thought of that. I predict the Street King will become champion. Sorry, it looks like now they've gone back to the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yes. Okay, yes, Damian Priest, yes.
So let's talk about it.
This match has turned into class warfare.
Over their last several bouts, it's turned into class warfare.
And that's all Gunt's fault. He didn't need to. Really brave and bold of Gunt to hold space for the 1%ers. They're 1%ers for a reason, Gunt. That's not the majority. We're not going to be on your side. Gunt
has grown up, running in the finest of
fields,
athletic establishments, where they build champions, right?
Yeah.
Damian Priest was educated in the school of hard knocks,
Hold on.
Oh.
Okay. Sorry. I might need to get a new microphone. Anyway. Yeah. It turned into something, like, I didn't think that we were going to be in this storytelling place. I mean, it's fine. It makes sense. I mean, if that's what you want to highlight, it makes Gunt even, like, because we love Gunt, right?
Oh, absolutely.
But this thing, it's like, damn, he really is evil. Like, he really is the bad guy.
Right.
In this scenario. They're making that very, very clear. But I'm really excited for this match. I love both of them so much. I think they're going to put on such a great show. I just don't know who's going to win.
Listen, we fucking love Gunther. One of the few times we've gone to, see WWE live, there was one time we were actively trying to get Gunther and Ludwig to wave to us. They were mid-Imperium, entrance, so it makes sense that they didn't. But everyone around us was booing them, and we're like, wee!
We are very frequently the only people cheering for Ludwig and Gunt. Like, we got into a fight with some kids next to us at one of the live events because we were so pro Imperium and they were so anti. Yeah. And when I say kids, I mean like 7.
They were like under 10 years old. And they couldn't stand me.
Woo, and we were like, we love you. And
But listen, I love Gunter.
Yeah.
Damian Priest, love that guy. He, I think, is one of my like MVPs of the year. Like, just the way they've built him up since, you know, leaving Judgment Day. And in this feud, like, I mean, again, I love when they do this, but like, ever since losing to Cody, Gunter's been shook. Like, his confidence is shot. Now, so, I mean, obviously this match can end one of two ways. It ends with, you know, Damian once again becoming World Heavyweight Champ and setting fucking Gunter off on a rampage, hopefully, right? See a dominant Gunter once again. Or almost losing will set him off on that same path. So, this one's tough.
Ooh.
I really don't know. This one could go either way, and either way I'd be perfectly happy with it.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at as well.
It's like, has Gunter been too quiet in there? Will he resort to some sort of thievery, some sort of cheating? Will he stoop down to the level he so despises? Will he lie, cheat, and steal?
And disgrace this great sport that he holds in such regard. I don't know.
I don't even know what that means.
Is Taekwon saying stuff? I scrolled up to see Tribal Chief Lover 69's comments. Maybe this will sway you. Gunther will retain, and I feel Finn Balor returns to cost Damian the title again to set up a rematch between Finn and Damian.
Wolf said something interesting, something very similar here too. I hope Judgment Day does intervene like in SummerSlam. I don't hope they do that, but you're probably right, because Finn over the last several weeks has constantly been talking about Damian Priest. So, you know what? I think you're right. I think Gunter's going to retain, but I don't think it's going to be a clean win. Okay.
Tribal Chief Lover 69, we're feeling what you're putting down.
I'm smelling what you're cooking.
Yeah. Let's go with that. I agree with you. Yeah. Oh.
Sorry.
Checking the time.
Gunter wins cuz Cena is going to get his
Whoa. Gunther wins.
Wolf said it. I meant doesn't. So, I'm sorry. You're okay.
Gunther wins because Cena is going to get his 17 from him at WrestleMania.
Ooh.
That's Taekwon's theory.
Ooh.
That's not bad.
Taekwon, now you're cooking with gas, my friend.
That's the other thing. We have a Cena in the back of our minds.
A looming Cena
because it's his last year. 2025. So
do you think Cena wins the Rumble or wins Elimination Chamber? I assume he will be in both matches. Rumble gets one.
I don't know.
One of those main events. Elimination Chamber gets the other.
Maybe Elimination Chamber.
I'm thinking Elimination Chamber.
And they'll use Rumble for someone more up and coming. Please, not
Dominic Mysterio.
When is it going to be Dom Mysterio?
Fucking Tongaloa.
Okay.
Tongaloa Royal Rumble. Tongaloa Money in the Bank. Tongaloa Elimination Chamber.
Tongaloa 2025. Tongaloa is going to sweep.
Tongaloa night 1 and 2 of WrestleMania. Night 1 and 2 of SummerSlam.
We could dream so big. And yet, there's no one to hear our prayers.
Grand Slam champion in 2025. Two-time Grand Slam champion in 2025.
In 1 year.
He's like a revolving door of championship wins.
That would be so funny. That would be hilarious if they did that. They won't.
New tribal chief, Tongaloa.
Yeah. Maybe one day. You know what, guys? He hasn't been doing that bad.
He's doing pretty good.
He hasn't been doing that bad. But interesting. Okay, are we done talking about this match in particular?
Yeah, I'm going Gunter.
What if the Demon comes out? I would love it. The Demon's not going to get painted up for all those hours just to make an appearance.
Yeah, no.
Unfortunately. Whatever. I knew that was coming. All right, and what's sure to be the main event of the night, we have the men's War Game match.
Huh. Do you hear that? I'm not hearing all the crybabies out there, complaining that Cody's not on the card. Cody hasn't defended his championship.
Do you know what's crazy? I didn't even realize Cody wasn't on this card. That's how little I think about Cody Rhodes.
I don't hear the crybabies are quiet. They couldn't stop crying when Roman wasn't defending his title every goddamn week. Interesting.
Oh.
Cody shows up, defends his title.
Surprise match.
I'm gonna put my title on the line. Whoever wins.
Now listen. I didn't say all that. Okay, let's run through the men's war game participants. We have the OG bloodline, God's bloodline, this bloodline, the only bloodline that counts. We have Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn, the Usos, Jimmy and Jey Uso, and CM Punk, bloodline plunk. That's crazy. Versus, unfortunately, you must acknowledge them as well. The fake bloodline. Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tonga Loa Tamatonga, and Big Bronson Reed.
Listen,
Interesting players this time around.
I want to acknowledge Bunk 2Z 44. First time chat. Secretly hope that happens. LOL. Cody coming out and defending his title. That would be pretty funny. And also, welcome. Thank you for I saw you followed us a few days ago, and
Yes,
you were
that's
commenting on.
Look.
I heard that in my fucking ears, and I saw you comment on our YouTube video. So thank you for joining in.
Yeah.
Wolf says I'm a Cody crybaby, and I say that's fine. Let Cody take a break. Listen, I want everyone to know we're always having fun here. Everything's always in character.
I'm being 100% serious. No, Cody's fine.
Cody's fine.
No, that's fine. Cody's fine. It's just that other people are better. Speaking of,
Cody's a good, healthy glass of milk.
ugh,
Sometimes, though, you're going to go
skim
for
milk.
But sometimes you're going to go for the full, fat chocolate milk.
And that chocolate milk is Roman Reigns. Yes, I would love a glass of that milk.
We love Cody Jamal Rodriguez here. It's all right.
Okay. Let's talk about this War Games match.
Yes.
Guys, let's hear your predictions for this one. I think it's going to be crazy.
This match is going to be nuts.
Oh, we didn't even mention in the women's match who has the advantage.
Oh, in the women's match, Bianca's team. Or
Okay.
Team Rhea has the advantage.
Team Rhea has the advantage there. Whoops, missed that opportunity to talk about that. But in the men's War Game match, the bloodline, the fake bloodline.
New bloodline.
Has the advantage, as we saw yesterday during SmackDown. Will that play into this at all?
Listen, say what you want. Jacob won that match clean.
I don't remember what happened.
Because you were not watching half the time.
I was Christmas shopping for your friends and family.
Oh,
Thank
thanks.
you.
I don't know them.
My family.
The Temu bloodline.
Yeah.
Listen, they were fucking duking it out, and then Jacob Samoan dropped him onto the table, and then beat the shit out of him in the ring some more, and then got the pin 1, 2, 3. He beat him clean. So listen, they've got some good whatchamacallit momentum going. But I do think Taekwon brings up a really great point. He says, OG bloodline, you don't push the Punk button and lose, I don't think.
I mean, again, we were talking about it earlier with the women's War Game match. This is an incredibly stacked team.
But they're not.
OG bloodline, they're newly cohesive.
Right.
But, like, that's crazy. The people over here.
But I don't know, because the new bloodline, they have Tongaloa. The OGs don't have Tongaloa.
Mm-hmm. And is that a curse or an advantage? We don't know yet. Tongaloa, okay. It's we're seeing kind of similar themes. We have power versus cohesion. The OJ. Oh.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Luckily he cannot enter this match. He's dead, right?
Yes.
Anyway, we have the OG bloodline who are incredibly powerful individually, but maybe not the best of teams, versus a team that's like so cohesive, it's cult-like. Like it's almost concerning how frequently Jacob Fatu prays to and for Solo Sikoa. Like that there's an unhealthy relationship going on there.
I love that he was just mid-match. Solo wasn't, he was blessing the ring for Solo, just slapping the shit out of Jay and going, I love you, Solo.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, but I love it. It's why I love wrestling. I love you, Solo.
Wow.
You know, at Thanksgiving dinner, same thing.
Yeah.
They're trying to say grace.
And
Like, he just fucking
just
kicks the door in. I love my tribal chief.
Jacob, you weren't invited for a reason. There's a reason we stayed away from him.
There's a reason we kept you away from this turkey.
He's fucking crazy.
He steals the whole fucking dish.
OG Bloodline winning, gonna make Seth crash out on Punk. Well, that was Taekwon. That wasn't me. That was Taekwon.
Oh, yes. Did you all see the Sunday Night Football intros they did? No. That's cool. I have to go look that up. So
Cross promo.
Anyway,
sorry.
I love. We're gonna get to what you said, Taekwon. Kendra, who do you think's taking this match?
I don't know. Well, again, I know what my heart says. My heart says Roman Reigns, and I do agree with Taekwon that like having the whole pomp of Paul Heyman not answering the phone call, and then Paul Heyman showing up the next week, and then Paul Heyman saying, "Don't worry, I got someone for you," and thankfully it not being Brock Lesnar. Thank God.
Thank God.
That all seems like such a big deal, and to have like such a huge name be added to this team for them to lose does kind of seem crazy to me.
Yeah.
But maybe that's their my expectation is like, oh, they can't possibly lose. There's no
Yeah, I think it's cool that they added CM Punk again, because like now, especially for people like us who haven't, who are, we've been watching the last 3-4 years now, but like people who are newer to WWE maybe never got to see CM Punk's like original run with WWE as long as it was, or didn't get to see at the height of his popularity in WWE. Like now he's now synonymous with Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Because of that like iconic, re-debut. Mm-hmm. Return. That's where I couldn't think of the word. Re-debut.
That works.
The return. So it's cool that they're bringing him back, and of course in a main event spot in a huge storyline, one that he fits into through Paul Heyman. And to Taekwon's point, and this is what I've been saying a lot of this, we talked about this, like that it makes perfect sense to set up his next big feud over on Raw with Seth freaking Rollins. Mm-hmm. All that to say, I think unless shit goes real sideways between the team, I think OG Bloodline takes it. Maybe not the tightest of victories. Maybe it's by a last ditch effort. But I think the OGs are taking it.
Yeah. Either way,
I think they have to.
It's going to be really, really fun.
Yeah.
I'm excited to watch this one.
And I want it to be known that Solo, y'all, we're done. We're done as an internet community. We're done with the Solo hate. I'm done with it. I won't entertain it anymore. And I fuck around. I'm fucking around when I'm saying stuff about Tongaloa. I'm done with this new Bloodline hate. I've liked what they've done. I'm not done. Taekwon says I'm not done.
I think, again, we talk about it all the time. They had such big shoes to fill and such like a job to do when they're all so new to the WWE audience, or at least this version of it. Yeah, I can't imagine the pressure of that. And we're just now getting to a point where like Solo Sikoa is getting like fan edits on TikTok of him being funny.
Yeah.
Because now he can be funny. He's a little bit more comfortable. So I think we're just starting to see like the beginning of their potential after a transitional period.
Right.
I'm so ready for my face to be melted by the pyro tonight. Are you going to be there?
Oh, that's right. He did mention he's going to be there. That's right. He mentioned on YouTube that he's going to be there.
That's so cool.
You're gonna have to let us know how that is, because
how it is live.
We went to the Royal Rumble earlier this year, and that was a hell of a fun time. Even though I got hit in the head a couple times.
Yeah.
But I'm very excited for you. Taekwon said he's getting better though.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll take the Taekwon compliment for Solo.
Is that a compliment? It's just not an insult. 100%. Yeah, that's how I found you guys, is through that video. That's crazy.
I know.
That was money well spent then. That was a return on investment.
Oh, Wolf here with a hot take.
Oh.
I'll say that Solo is a better tribal chief due to the fact that he's respected and not feared.
I mean...
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Yeah, okay, yeah. Oh, okay. I think that's subjective, because some people would argue that a tribal chief should be feared. I don't know. I'm really just trying to stand up for Roman Reigns because I love him so much, and he's gonna marry me one day. I can kind of see where you're coming from. I feel like Solo is not. It doesn't feel like he's using them as much as Roman Reigns felt manipulative towards his bloodline. Solo doesn't feel like that.
Listen,
or is it a ruse?
He's getting more strategic. I mean, listen, my favorite decision, other than CM Punk joining this, was Bronson Reed joining this.
Yeah.
We've been Bronson Reed fans for a minute now. Even when he was like not really being used, every time he was in there, we're like, man, he's like so good in there. Like,
he's powerful. He's a big guy.
Right, big guy. He moves well. Like, I've absolutely been eating up what he's been doing, and maybe it's because we're practically the same person.
We're almost the same.
We're almost identical. But I've loved what he's been doing over there on Raw. His feud with Seth Rollins, I've been loving it. So adding him into this mix, especially when they were trying to recruit Seth.
Yeah.
And now seeing CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and Bronson Reed all in this match. Yeah. Seth's going to lose his fucking mind.
It's like tailor-made everyone that he fucking hates.
Right. So I'm a big Bronson Reed fan. I'm excited to see what the fuck he's going to do in a match like this.
Yeah. Oh my God, he's going to do something crazy, isn't he?
Jacob Fatu and Bronson Reed in the same War Games match is going to be insane.
I didn't even think about Jacob Fatu in like
in the setting.
in the setting in our venue here. That's terrifying.
Yeah. So who knows? But yeah, I'm going to stick to my guns here. I'm going to say I think OGs are taking it, but I think it's going to be a crazy fucking night.
I agree.
We think, you know who else is synonymous? Taekwon, you're going to hate me. You know who else is synonymous with Survivor Series?
Who?
His debut like 26 years ago. The final boss. The final fucking boss.
It always comes back to The Rock. Here's the thing.
All roads lead back to The Rock, Kendra. Get over it.
Okay. There is perhaps a conversation of returns. Because I said, what if Charlotte Flair comes back today? We haven't seen Charlotte Flair in a long time. And at this point, if people don't come back now, I don't think we'll see them until Royal Rumble, probably. When is Royal Rumble? February? January?
Yeah, February. No, it's the first one that's not in January. It's in February. I think it's February 1st.
Okay. So, I don't know. There's that possibility. I guess there's a possibility that The Rock comes back. The Rock pops up so fucking randomly.
Popped up at Bad Blood?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he shows up. But
I don't think he shows up. There's a possibility, is what I'm saying. There's a possibility that John Cena shows up just to wave hello and say, hey guys, don't forget.
I wouldn't be surprised if he made an appearance, actually.
Limited time only. Like, this is the beginning of the
just
end.
to say what's up.
Yeah.
You're... Sorry, Taekwon's arguing in the fucking chat.
DJ. Dwayne Johnson?
Yeah.
Oh.
He said you're not a family friend. You're a family friend.
Never heard anyone call him DJ before. Like
he calls himself nickname? DJ.
Oh, I had no clue.
Wolf says, imagine Bronson Reed doing a tsunami off the top of the War Games.
That's the thing.
I don't think I have to. I think he's going to.
I can't understand.
Lord bless the person who takes that tsunami, because good God.
He's fucking crazy. There are too many people who are doing stuff that they shouldn't be able to do. Jacob Fatu shouldn't be able to do all the stuff that he's doing.
That fucking Bianca Belair ass flip moonsault he did.
Yeah.
Like,
stop.
Hey, dude, don't do that. Do something else.
Don't do that. 100% he will. Bunk Toozy says. I think you're right. And I hope EO does the trash can spot again. I hope we get a re-upped trash can spot. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that looks like, but I hope it's an upgrade on the trash can spot.
I mean, she's done it twice, so let's see what she does.
Yeah.
She's gonna jump directly into a dumpster. I don't know. Someone drives a fucking dumpster truck out there.
Someone drives a forklift and lifts up the fucking ring again.
Do you fucking remember that? Oh my God.
That was crazy. And what was even crazier about that is that happened to be the one pay-per-view that like a lot of my family saw. They didn't watch the whole thing. I showed them that clip.
I was by myself because you were out of town.
Yeah, I was out of town with my family. And I'm showing my sister. I was like, look at this. She didn't know. Trash can spot is the new Kofi Rumble spot. The trash can spot lands, though. The Kofi Rumble spot frequently does not.
He got it most of the time. He was successful.
He's missed
most
it
of the
like
time.
the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, I think he's done though. I think he's done with it.
I'm okay with that. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. But anyway.
Yeah, I mean, we could go on and on about all the crazy shit they're probably going to do in these matches. The War Games matches specifically. But with those, I feel like both matches now have more than just one or two people that are going to be willing to. I was surprised last year when Becky Lynch did the leg drop off of the top of the cage.
Yeah.
But like last year we had the RKO from the top of the cage.
Yeah.
You know, throwing JD down or whatever the fuck happened.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think he was on the top and they threw him down and he landed into an RKO.
Yeah.
That was crazy. EO Sky with the trash can. But now I'm like, I feel like we have a lot of crazy ass people that are going to be not even willing to, wanting to do some shit from up there. Bronson Reed's got that little baby. He's going to be like, listen, I want to accumulate a highlight reel now to show my kid later.
You think that's why Bronson Reed's doing all this stuff?
For his family? Absolutely.
I'm only doing this so that my kid thinks I'm cool in 10 years.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, well. Anyway.
But yeah, so let's recap all of the matches, who we think's going to win.
Okay.
Intercontinental, who do you got, Kendra?
I think Braun Breaker is going to retain.
I think Braun Breaker will also retain. United States.
Oh, I don't know. I'm going to go Shinsuke. I'll be fun.
I'm cautiously going Shinsuke. I think Shinsuke's going to take it. I think it's going to be a really good way for him to like come back as like a fucking menace that he's been showing that he is. But I don't think it's going to be a long run. I think maybe we'll see a rematch at either Saturday Night Main Event or at the Royal Rumble where we see LA Knight get his title back. Unless, I mean, I don't know.
Sorry.
Andrade and Shinsuke had a really great match last night too. I know Andrade's been looking for that U.S. championship. I know
a lot of people are looking for that.
Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah.
Santos Escobar. But Shinsuke doesn't win. That's why I think times are changing in Taekwondo. I think Shinsuke's gonna win this one. Personally, would I be happy if LA Knight won? Absolutely.
I could also see them doing something because the mist landed yesterday, got LA Knight right in the fucking eyes. I could also see Shinsuke going for the mist today as like the final thing, getting it dodged by LA Knight and LA Knight winning.
Or fucking, what if he accidentally missed the ref?
Oh my God.
What if he missed the ref?
You know it's gonna be Eddie Munster.
No, not Eddie Munster. Eddie Urango.
Damn.
Eddie Munster's the guy with the slick back.
There are two Eddies. Oh, yes. The darker hair.
Yeah, that's also not his fucking name. I don't know why they call him that.
I think it's something Zapata.
I don't know.
Is
but
that one of them?
Eddie Munster's so fucking funny.
Why do they call him that? That's fucked up.
So we're going Shinsuke. Women's War Game match. Team heel.
Team
Nia. Who's she?
Who is she?
Nia and Liv. You know. Well,
No,
but also Well, I think they do it because of Homeboy, right? Oh, I can't remember his name.
Muda.
Huh?
The Great Muda?
Yes.
How did I know that and you didn't? That's crazy. How did I? Yeah, I think it's an homage.
Yeah. But going Team Nia and Liv, I just think they have the more cohesive team right now. World Heavyweight Championship. I think we're on mostly the same page here, Kendra.
Yeah.
If not entirely. World Heavyweight Championship, Gunter.
Gunt.
Would be happy if it was Damian
Gun.
Priest, but I don't think the Judgment Day is done with him.
Gunt. Gunt.
And I know you're aware. I'm just saying for like anyone else that might not be aware. And confused off of your fucking comments. Men's War Game match, OG Bloodline.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
You're allowed to disagree.
No, I'm gonna say yes. OG Bloodline. Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns. Oh. Anyways, those are our predictions. I think, again, I know someone I think it was Tribal Chief Lover 69 at the beginning of the stream said that this is a predictable card.
Survivor Series.
Now, technically, if you make predictions for everything, couldn't everything be called a predictable card?
No.
You're predicting. Actually, brothers. No.
Actually.
No. I do think maybe there's a chance for some subverted expectations here. I do think that the door is left open for that, which I think makes it more fun. But again, all of these matches, if it was all of the teams we thought or people we thought would win,
it's still gonna be a good match.
it's still gonna be fun. And that's the thing is like not just because something's predictable doesn't mean it won't be good or won't be fun or enjoyable or entertaining, right?
I guess unless you're one of those people who like really likes subverted expectations.
Which I get to.
But if you subvert every expectation, then it becomes predictable again.
Right. And that's why we would complain whenever they showed all the entrants of the Rumble because like
I hated that.
Yeah.
They
why
learned
spoil it?
They learned from that.
Like
that
when they announced that the Bellas were going to be there.
Yeah. Why would you do that?
Why the fuck? Why would you say that? So predictable means it makes sense. I see what you mean.
Okay.
I see what you mean. That's not how I would define it, but.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
anyway.
But I'm very excited. Again, Survivor Series is one of the big four, so I feel like this is one that
a lot of crazy shit could happen at.
Yeah, and I think it's one that people they're gonna want to really make sure they put on a really great show. Mm-hmm. I thought Crown Jewel was fine. Here's the thing with PLEs like that, it's like I don't really have any expectations, so I'm pretty fine after either way. So like those lesser known, that what's the like this is just an example like Fastlane. If they do, like, if they throw in a random fast lane somewhere, it's like, yeah, it's fine. And, because I'm not expecting any world shattering things to happen. I'm usually like, oh, that was a pretty good show.
Yeah.
Because I'm not expecting a Survivor Series or Royal Rumble level of anything.
Yeah.
I say that because people complain about it sometimes. Sometimes shit just needs to be predictable because it feels right. Yeah. I completely agree.
Yeah.
Sometimes it does just sometimes it just needs to make sense with what's happening storyline wise. Yeah, I completely agree. I'm just one of those people that like. So I know some people were like freaking out when CM Punk was announced as the fifth member, right? And at first glance, and once we sat back and like thought about it, you're like, oh, actually, it does make sense because of
Mm-hmm.
But just at first reaction, I was like. I don't care if it makes sense or not. That's a huge fucking
cool.
deal. Like
yeah.
That's cool. Sure. Sometimes shit's just fun and that's okay too. That's kind of that's how I like to enjoy wrestling is if it makes sense with the storylines, that's perfect. I love that. That's when it's at its best. But sometimes
it's okay to be a little fun.
It's okay to just be entertaining sometimes.
It's okay to do a silly one every once in a while.
Yeah, that's fine. Why not? Why the fuck not?
Okay.
All right.
He's getting loud. that means we got to go.
Thank you all so much for tuning in. We appreciate y'all being here. If you're not already, please follow us here on Twitch or on TikTok, wherever you're watching from. We typically do one of these every month to go along. Hey, it's nice meeting you too, Bug Tuesday. Have so much fun tonight. Be safe. Take lots of pictures of videos. Can't wait to hear about your experience. We do one of these pre-previews every month to coincide with the whatever PLE is happening. We make our predictions. We talk with the chat. So always a good time. We also have a podcast we do, Ringside, where we talk about everything we enjoy, whether it's musicals or WWE or movies or TV shows or music. So anything and everything we talk about over there. So you can listen to us as you're driving to work or cleaning the house, whatever it is you want. You can also watch it on YouTube. All of our episodes go on YouTube as well. And obviously, if you're not already, please follow us on all the various social media. That way you can keep up to date with whatever it is we've got going on, as well as, the occasional sketch or something that I'll put up on our social media.
He's got some funny ones recently, guys.
I've been finding my niche. We've got to get Kendra. We got to look into some microphones on this fine Saturday heading into Cyber Monday, because holy shit. Anyway, thank y'all so much for tuning in. We will see y'all for the next one.
Bye.
Peace.